My name is Robin Graves. I never wanted to be a news source whatsoever. I never wanted to do my rants online, especially in video. But seeing the news and the bias there is, I was left with no choice. Welcome to the world according to Graves. Hey everyone, welcome to World According to Graves. 1 second. Mike, the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I got it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. One line makes the whole movie. Trust me, only one line. And, of course, from our friends. Yummy money, Pepsi. Lots of it. Good. Pepsi. Hey guys, you see, I got no notes. I don't have my tablet. We're just gonna sit here and talk a few minutes. Can't guarantee how long I'm gonna be on. I got other than the filming, other projects I have going on. I'm now playing bass in Lovecraft right now. We got band practice today. We're getting ready for a show in October 9th. Yeah, October 9th. We're doing a short set, 6 songs. Got to check out a guitar player today who's going to be sitting in with us. Got that coming up. Wow, got a lot coming up. Wow, vacation coming next week. Finally, after several years. Which to me is a working vacation, but vacation nonetheless. I'm going to be sitting on the beach for at least an hour. It's about all the time I'm going to have. Anyway, just want to talk about a few things here. Like I said, no notes. This is things I've been seeing. So far our country's so divided. Still, even more so, COVID, vaccination versus no COVID vaccination. In fact, the WHO and the CDC have changed their definitions of vaccination. It's no longer you're not immune to it. It helps you not catch it. Yeah. Yeah. No longer immune because of a vaccination. Vaccination helps you to not catch it. Helps you a little bit. Yeah. Now we have a president also some kind of there's a therapy and everything that here in the South we're pretty hard hit with the Delta variant. Evidently, we're hit pretty hard. I don't know anybody who's got it. Not many people know anybody who's got it. But we're hit pretty hard. We've got about 90% of the Delta variant here. And Biden pretty much said, okay, the therapy that's helping you guys out, guess what? We're cutting it. Zip. Florida originally was going to be told they're going to cut 24% of their supply. And the government decided, oh, wait a minute, hold on, I want to cut another 50%, but somebody up north might get it sometime in the next 10 years. Funny thing is, all the states that are getting the Delta variant really bad are all red states here in the South. And the funny thing is let me get something out of the way, and that'll explain what's going on here. The vaccine mandate that Biden is pushing really hard. If you're working over 100 people in your business, they've all got to be vaccinated, or you have to fire them. That's kind of bothering me a little bit. All of that's happening, but the illegal aliens are coming across our border, which Biden wants to open. He wants to have a fully open border. None of them have to get the vaccine or be vaccinated, and over 90% of them are being found out to have COVID. Carrying COVID, and they're all being shipped here to red states. Yeah, but see, they don't have to. They don't have to be vaccinated, they can get and they'll get jobs as whatever, as cheap labor. But American citizens have to be vaccinated or fired, but illegal aliens don't have to be vaccinated whatsoever. It's another way to keep us separated. The vaccinated and non-vaccinated is a way to keep us separated also. I believe it's everybody's right to decide whether they want to get this or not. It really, to tell the truth, once you've had COVID, you are 13 times less likely to ever get it again, which means you have the same possibility of getting a mild cold as you do COVID again. You've got about a 3% chance, right around 3% chance. That's giving it. That's being very liberal about it. Others have said 1.7% chance. There's a study in Israel that went through peer review that's proven it. It's proven your immunity. They were saying originally, well, you have no immunity to it. You'll never have immunity to it. Then they said, well, you'll have immunity to it, but it'll wane over time. It only lasts a few weeks. Then a paper went through peer review in the UK that proved you had that the immunity to it, your immunity to it, once you've had it, your immunity will last decades. It will last decades. And at my age, it's all I got left is decades. So, my wife and I had it April of last year. Something else that the doctors don't tell you that, well, the media and Dr. Fauci doesn't let you know is that symptoms can be mitigated with vitamin D. Most people who get it have a vitamin deficiency, and that's why they get it really bad. Have a vitamin deficiency. That's why they get it so bad. Those are the ones discounting ones with pre-existing morbidities such as heart disease, breathing disorders, stuff like that. Yes, it is very hard on your body. I have some pretty nasty. I had some pretty nasty heart trouble when I had this. I had no problem with it. In fact, my wife and I, we had it. We have to eat a very healthy diet. I have to, okay, due to pre-existing conditions. When we had it, we thought it was allergies until we were running the fever, had a little tightness in our chest, a little heaviness feeling. We still operated daily like we normally did. This whole thing about when this first happened, of hide in your house or they're gonna die. The cats and dogs are gonna fall from the sky and there's gonna be ticks. Well, a lot of the states that did do that, like California and New York, had it a lot worse than anybody else. Florida stayed open. Georgia, for the most part, it was about a 50-50, open or close. It all depended on a lot of things. We didn't have it as bad. Florida didn't have it as bad. But New York, due to population, California, due to population, oh my God, they had it horrible. But they decided to be scared about everything, close down completely, tighten up their little assholes, and pretend the world didn't exist anymore. Now they're talking about those who are vaccinated versus those who aren't vaccinated, trying to separate us that way. I mean, if you don't get vaccinated, you want to think for yourself, consult your doctor, see what's best for you. If you want to think for yourself, you're a horrible person if you don't go along with whatever you're being dictated to by the media, government pundits, such and such. If you think for yourself, you're a horrible person. Those on the other side, well, they will shame you to no end. Believe me, I know. I was shamed by my cardiologist, shamed by people in general, my friends, family, everybody. So I decided, you know what, they went and got the Pfizer or Moderna shots. The two of them were now they're talking about, well, they got to get booster shots. But yesterday the CDC said no, they're not needed. I got the J&J shot, got it out of the way, over with all at one time. The reason I got the J&J shot, it's natural SARS vaccine. It's not something that has chemicals from fertilizer and furniture polish in it like Moderna and Pfizer. It's not a DNA, change your DNA like Moderna does. It doesn't cause you to go sterile like Pfizer, which at my age, I'm careless if I go sterile or not. I've already made my mark in the world. He's a carny now. Um, uh, but no, it was a way from day one to separate us and a political stunt to for the Democrats to win. I mean, it's been proven. I myself last year myself my address I got 7 mail-in voter ballots under different names, and I didn't have to show any ID. All I do is fill them out and sign that name to them and send them in. That's all I had to do. And it wasn't just me getting all of these. Everybody up and down, everybody I've spoken to have got several come to their homes. Several. We didn't even send off for them. They just came. This was all a ploy to push the mail-in voting bullshit. Now all they can say is, "Oh, there'll never be any fraud with mail-in ballots." Really? California showed fraud previously, years before. Minnesota, New York. Oh my God, I think Pennsylvania did. And now, with all the mail-in ballots, they're finding out that there were ones that were brought in after the deadline. Others that they found bags of them on the side of a road in trash, everything. Shredded pieces of, I mean, they found where they'd been shredded, the shredded pieces of them, before they were ever counted. So, don't ever say there's not going to be mail-in ballot fraud. You're parroting your Democrat masters. As far as the Republicans go, thanks, Republicans, for not fighting for your constituents. Democrats are bullies, Republicans are pussies. So, now, let's bring this up a little bit farther. Biden became president, Harris became a VP only because of identity politics. Black female. Lismore is a vice president, and we'll keep the social justice warriors from throwing a pussy fit like they always do. What few of them there are. Little fringe elements, scuttle of them. They get all the attention in the world because they'll sit out in the street, kick their feet, and cry and scream and yell obscenities and talk bad about you. So we've got to show how many there are when there's not many at all. This is all a way to keep us separated again. Okay, Biden became president. Taxes went up. Gas has gone up. Cost of living's gone up. Oh my God, inflation has happened. We're right now in America. We're having an economic crisis. It's not in the making. It's already here, and it's just going to get worse. Everything is going to get worse. We got Antifa started last year. Them and BLM. BLM, what a joke. All right, the lesbian owners of BLM, they have said they are trained and avowed socialists, and they collect all this money, and they go buy property for their families to live in, expensive property for their families. They'll go and say, "Well, we're doing this, that, and the other for this poor, unfortunate inner city youth who was shot by the police. We're collecting money for their families," and their families never see a penny. BLM keeps it for themselves and uses it for everything else. All these donations they're getting, do you think, who is it helping? Who has it helped? Who has BLM helped? They, last year, went and rioted here in Atlanta. I saw the riots myself. I saw what was going on. Nobody was social distancing or wearing a mask, so I guess rioting is a cure for COVID. They decided they're going to go out. They're going to loot everything they can, burn down everything they can, steal from everybody, attack everybody they can. You know, they burned black neighborhoods, they burned black churches, black businesses, trying to prove that blacks are better than whites, and they're fighting for justice. Whose justice? Whose justice? People told me, well, they're protesting, and protesting is part of America. They weren't protesting. Protesting and rioting are two different goddamn things. Protesting, you're out there letting people know you're creating awareness. Protesting, you're burning down businesses, homes, churches, looting, stealing, attacking people. Now then they started this whole thing with Antifa. Antifa's been around for a while. Last year they really got really big. I actually had an encounter with Antifa at one point. We won't get into that because I'm pretty sure I will probably be flamed for what I said to these assholes. But I'm being flamed anyway because I'm me. But who cares? Antifa want to run around and tell you, you're a fascist. You don't think like we do. What the fuck do you think a fascist is, asshole? Jeez. You know, it's their right to protest. Well, it's my right to stomp them in the nuts if I want to. You know, you don't come tell me that I'm wrong for the way I'm thinking because I don't think exactly like you do. Hell, you don't think like I do. I don't give a rat's ass. Jesus Christ. They kicked up last year. You're either pro-protest or anti-protest. Pro-protest, you're a good American. You're a patriot. You're anti-protest, you're a racist. You're a racist. You're a Nazi. This whole thing has been since Trump was elected, has been to separate people. Keep us separate. Keep us from taking notes. Keep us from comparing those notes. Keep us from talking to one another. Americans don't talk anymore. We can't. We're afraid to. We're afraid to speak to one another. It may get you shot because some asshole wants to go and prove that they're righter than you are. During this time of the riots, the whole thing of defund the police happened. Atlanta lost quite a few police. Keisha Lance Bottoms, the night the protests started, blamed white people and the police for the protests. She did. It weren't that many white people out there burning things. It's mainly black people, inner city black people. These younger people used it as an excuse to loot and steal and just cause mayhem. But Keisha Lance Bottoms blamed white people for it. I sat right here on my TV that night, watched her, some rapper named Murder Mike, and a few others sit there and blame white police for all the problems of the world. And I came onto social media, on Facebook to be exact, and I saw all these people posting these signs of these so-called protesters, rioters, holding up signs saying, "Kill all white people." I bring that up. Oh, they just mean racists. They're just talking about killing racists. But the sign said, "Kill all white people." Oh, that just mean racist. So, all white people are racist. Then I'm hearing all this stuff that because I'm not black, I'm a racist. Because I'm not black, I'm a racist. How racist is that? How racist is that? This was started to keep us separated, to divide us. Okay, the election. I've already said what I said about the election, what I meant about it. I mean every word I said. It was a shitstorm. It was a pure and simple shitstorm. That was it. Now that Biden's in office, they can't keep us from speaking anymore to each other. They can't really keep us. They're trying. The whole COVID thing, the whole vaccine versus anti-vaccine thing, that's really got me worried because they said Trump's a Nazi. But now we have to show COVID passports to go to anything, go do anything, to go into certain restaurants. Certain states, you can't go into a restaurant or a public area without a COVID passport. So that means that there are people out there that aren't included, but the left wants to be all-inclusive unless you don't think like they do. Yeah. It's hypocrisy at its greatest. We don't get our way, we're going to riot. You think what we think, or you're a Nazi. You do what we do, or you're a Nazi. Oh, but you got to show papers to do anything, like the Nazis. Yeah. See, this happened in the 40s, late 30s and early 40s. In I saw it in videos. They were in black and white. I had a hard time understanding them because they were in German at the time that I saw these. In fact, it's a lot of what's happening now happened in Nazi Germany. It's just the right, unvaccinated people on the right are now the new Jews. Yeah, and this is. I've had so many people telling me that this is showing signs of where other countries went into a civil war when this happened. I hope that never happens here. We don't need it here to happen. Not here. We're beyond that. We're better than that. But there are those in power who seek to gain out of this. And people are following them because, well, they're Democrat, they're right, or they're Republican. That makes them right. I'm neither Republican or Democrat, left or right. I don't subscribe to identity politics. I don't care about identity politics. You know, I can sit here and come with a million reasons why I'm a minority and you need to feel sorry for me and give me everything you have. But I'm not like that. I'm not wired that way. I don't want it given to me. I want to earn what I have. That way it's mine. I can say I earned that. I don't want it given to me. But I sit here and see people coming up with every excuse in the world, something about themselves. You have to like me because I'm this. I don't have to like anybody. I don't. It's no law that says I have to like somebody because of some reason. You know, come to think of it, I really don't like many people at all. You know, I've always said if you're an idiot and you don't like me calling you an idiot, quit being an idiot. I see a lot of idiots out there, and I don't like idiots. You know, um, but moving on. Sorry to go off on a tangent. It happens sometimes. My shrink told me to enjoy it. Uh, let me get a drink here real quick, guys. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up in a minute. I have a lot going on. Um, Now bring this on up. Now we have the fiasco in Afghanistan. I guess Biden liked Vietnam so much he gave us a desert sequel. Everything he said wouldn't happen happened. He said, well, this person advised me, this person advised me, this person advised me. And those people come and said, we never spoke to you. And then comes out General Milley and a handful of others are the ones who advised him, not these other ones he's claiming. And now it's coming out General Milley deciding to turn, to go beyond his station is, and pull rank on Trump and have personal conversations with his counterpart in China, telling him, "Oh no, if we ever go to war, I'll let you know beforehand." Yeah, I mean, you think that's it's okay for him to say that? This shouldn't be a problem. But he was in the it's General Milley. He's the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. There's a certain things you don't do, and one of them is talk to your counterpart in an enemy country like that. That's not your job. You know, everybody's saying how Trump was going to go to war with China. Trump was not going to war with China. He was looking more at trade, evening the playing field between us and China. You know, what's wrong with being America first? What's wrong with your country wanting your country to be first? You know, to worry about your country before you do others. What's wrong with that? I never understood these people. It's like, well, we got to give them a chance to catch up with us. Why? Why? They had all the time in the world to do so, and they won't. Why lower ourselves to their level and hurt ourselves? Why? Why hurt our country? Why destroy our country? Why? And nobody will explain to me, give me a valid explanation. They just regurgitate the same leftist terms that some asshole out there said. Nobody wants to think for themselves. They want to follow the trend. They want to be trendy fuckers. You know, think for yourselves, folks. Don't follow the crowd. The crowd, lemmings are a crowd. Lemmings kill themselves every year. They run off a cliff and die. I guess you guys want to follow the crowd, don't you? If your friends jumped off a 10-story building, you do the same goddamn thing because your friends are doing it. You know, stand out in the crowd, people. Make a difference. Stand out of the crowd. Don't be part of the crowd. Think for yourselves. Look, guys, I gotta go. I got a million things happening all at one time today. I just want to come on and let you guys know, hey, I'm still alive. And there's definitely something going wrong here in this country. So, guys, you take care of yourselves. I'll catch you next time. Later.